Hell yeah, brother. What's up, boys? How y'all doing tonight? Sim injury. I can relate. Appreciate it, Zach. Happy Tuesday, everybody. It's a weird day. Feel like I should be getting ready for a race. So fast, he broke his wrist. God, I wish. I'll take a broken wrist to be... No, actually, I wouldn't do that. I'm going to go with no on that one. How y'all doing today? Everybody had a happy Tuesday? I can tell y'all something. It was 71 here today. 72 here today. Crazy. Rough couple weeks. Oh, sorry to hear, brother. Hopefully it's just iRacing related. That comes and goes, you know. Couldn't race for some bullshit. That's unfortunate. Zandvoort. It is Zandvoort. Yes, sir. The boys are getting ready. Quali starts here in about a minute. I was debating logging in and showing quali. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to kind of sit, hang out, shoot the shit. Let y'all ask me questions. We'll get after it here. I guess I'll sign in with the right car just in case. Can I just like watch? If I watch, can I just do all the same things? Let's just watch. All right. Hit the creek on the kayak. Nice, dude. 72. Dude, same thing, man. So yeah, it was like 71 here, 72 here. And then, I don't know, in like 3 or 4 days, we're supposed to get snow. Tomorrow, so yesterday, whatever. Today was 71, 72. Tomorrow, the high is like 39. It's crazy. First GT3 race of the week. Double green, hell yeah, brother. Nice, geezer. You know what? You got like 40 minutes of practice right there, man. Yeah, true. I guess we do have pretty similar climates, don't we, Zach? Total wreck fest, like the track. That's unfortunate to hear, man. Yeah, it's a really good... I mean, it's one of my favorite. Florida. That's not so bad. What's up, Emerald? Cool track. Too chicken to try it. It's a really cool track. I think the racing's going to be bad, if I'm being totally objective here. But yeah, I think the racing's going to be bad. But hot lapping the track is pretty fun. It's a pretty awesome track. All right, let's see the boys. So we can follow my guys. Find Mr. Nodwell here. Ooh. Let me see. Try to set some things up actually so you guys can observe and enjoy. Let's go racing. Let's put up an overlay or two. Let's go standings. Hide and garage off. Maybe we'll do like... We'll just roll with that for now. I don't think track map's going to help much, but let's show it. Alright, cool. Of course, I can't see any of the things. Oh. Yeah, this is a league race. Unfortunately, I'm not racing in it tonight. I've got, you know, fun stuck to my hand. So let's watch our boy. See what Nodwell can do. And then I don't know what I'm gonna do. I might watch the broadcast. I might just watch this. I don't know. was thinking it would be fun to watch the broadcast. And then we can listen to commentary and shoot the shit. I'd love to have more people watching my stream watch the broadcast than people watching the broadcast. Think about it. Having 2 SCR LMP3s last night was awesome. Nice, dude. Yeah, so I get this like I get like what I would refer to as like carpal tunnel flare up. It's the best way I could say it. Comes and goes for me, man. And yeah, it's one of those things where once it pops up, I just get all this pain. I'll use my other hand. I get it in both, unfortunately. Sometimes I'll get it like on the top of my hand. Sometimes it'll shoot down the fingers. A lot of times then it kind of shows up on this side and then kind of shoots down the forearm towards my elbow. And I've had it in my right hand for the last like 2 days or so, and normally I'm an idiot. And I don't chill out soon enough when it first shows up. And I let it get bad before I brace it up for a couple days. So anyway, it wasn't terrible, but then I streamed last night. I ran 3 races, basically 3 hours of streaming and racing last night. And my God, I woke up this morning, that thing hurt like a son of a gun. So I was like, well, I should probably, I mean, honestly, I wasn't ready for this race anyway. So I figured I'll sit it out, take the opportunity to rest, and hopefully tomorrow it's a little bit better. Actually, y'all would be, I'm not sure whether surprised, proud, embarrassed, hard to say. But I tried to take a couple laps in the Corvette at Monza in a practice session with the brace on. It doesn't work. It doesn't work very well. It's pretty terrible. But yeah, had some fun with it. All right, let's see. Man, P12 right out of the gate's not bad. 33.3. I'm guessing you're going to see some 31s here. I can't see P1 right now. So it looks like P1's probably a 32.4. I'm guessing you're going to see some 41s. Or 41s, 31s. I don't know the reference, Z. But for the broadcast, that's what I'm kind of thinking. Prayer stretch. Not that one, but the one that I've been using. I can't replicate it. I don't have space. But basically, stick your arm out as fast as you can, or fast as you can. Turn it over and basically pull it back. Like, that actually works. That helped a lot the last time this came around. So I've done a little bit of that today, and I've braced it for most of the rest of the day, taking some ibuprofen, you know, anti-inflammatory type stuff. So that's the hope. I'm hoping a day or so and I'll be back to normal. So it kind of worked out. Honestly, I wasn't ready for this anyway. Wearing some kind of glove. Yeah, exactly. Thought you were grounded. That's so funny. I got kids grounded, hacking their Nintendo Switches, installing Android to watch. Hey, Gavin, I appreciate you. Thanks for being here. If your parents run in and see it, just give them the Switch. I'll talk to them. Yeah, these guys are quick for sure, man. For sure. The old guys who sat at the balcony. Yeah, okay. I do know that reference. I am old enough for that one. I didn't remember their names. So yeah, I figured I was going to do one of two things tonight. I was going to sit in the basement in my recliner and do absolutely nothing. Or I'd hop on, do a little bit of streaming, and hang out with you boys. So I thought, you know, that sounds a lot more fun. Where is Nick? Let's see what Nick's got. So the stream, they might be showing the broadcast or the qualifying session right now, but normally they don't catch all of that. So I figure I'll do this part for now, and then we'll hit the broadcast and maybe watch that. and go from there. All right. But yeah, I wish I was racing, but I gotta say, of all the races I could have missed, this is probably the best one to miss because I'm not prepared at all. Broadcast. Oh yeah, we'll definitely go to the broadcast. All good. I don't have to worry about configuring my setup for a broadcast. And honestly, like rendering all the screens, it's kind of nauseating sitting here from this perspective. Sacrifice some IR. Nice. Well, best of luck with that. I have tried LMU. I haven't tried a lot of it. I've run for maybe like 4 hours of it. Hell, after that was probably trying to configure it. So then I lost my... You'll get it back, man. You'll get it back. Yeah, LMU was pretty cool. I only bought the base game, which shockingly gives you very little content. I tried one of the hypercars like once. I don't even think I've tried the LMP2. I'm pretty sure the only GT3 you get is the McLaren, unless I just didn't notice there was another one available to me. And I've run at Spa and Bahrain, and it's cool, but I haven't done any of the online stuff yet. I had pretty much gotten to a point where it was pretty much configured. I found a Simucube profile that was good enough, and I was running practice laps, and I was running like test races, offline races, whatever. But I haven't done anything past that. And then I reformatted my machine, and I lost my configuration, so I'm gonna have to go back through and do all that again, which I'm super excited about. I haven't done it. Maybe I'll actually download Steam while I'm doing this tonight. Give me something to do while we watch these boys race. Grounded from iRacing 2. Oh, I forgot what the word grounded means. Strange, man. Whatever you did, don't screw it up again, man. Pretty impressed with the online competition. Interesting. Yeah, I'll have to give it a shot. I'll install it again. Maybe take a gander. But I just haven't had a big push or desire to do it, you know? I think I bought it the week where we didn't really have a track that I like. I think it was Zolder week, actually. I think we had Zolder and whatever the other one was, Motegi maybe. I think it was that week that I bought it. It was like, I'm basically done with iRacing for the week and I still wanted some content. So I was like, well, let's just buy this and try it. But yeah, I gotta set it back up. Been on since last weekend. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of one of the things that was like, well, I needed something else to do. So I went for it. Race spot live. Alright, cool. Stay connected, which means I can get out of here and we can watch these boys. Let me
in the top 30.
See what you guys see.
Scott Jeffries was 31st, and Sean Murphy is right from the very back and didn't qualify. Ian Cabana,
I'll make this bigger so you guys can watch. Unfortunately, I can't just full screen it because my screen's too damn big.
To finish in 2 laps down, 37th. Andrew Ellis ended up retiring from that race. I think he did cross the line actually, 4 laps down. Much Richard Cerveja certainly did not.
I guess actually I can just do that.
Pineda,
dang it.
Jeffries or Sean Mulholland, who didn't even take the
hold please.
That race, and hence why he's not on our
We're doing it live, boys. We're doing it live.
Who has taken another win this season. Congratulations, Brett, on the win here at Zandvoort this time around. Just how was the Porsche feeling around here? It certainly looked like a strong car.
Oh, it definitely was the weapon this week, and yeah, something.
All right, cool.
It's a big workout here.
Give me a sec. I'm gonna
imagine so. I mean, after your finishing down the field in Daytona,
get this going, and then we'll listen.
Seen yourself as a championship leader?
Is the volume way too quiet?
If you account the drop weekend, as we're about to, you are actually quite a few points ahead of Delgado at the front. So, what have you read of this championship situation so far before the drop week's actually applied?
Well, I've got my fingers crossed and just keep working on it, and
volume's fine. Okay, good.
I'll bring a fight to the last race.
Yeah, I meant to do it. I literally reinstalled everything over the weekend. Last weekend? No. This weekend. Holy shit. Time flies, man.
Yeah, thank you very much, and thanks to my teammates and Jared help getting me ready for these races. without their support, I wouldn't be here. So thank you.
Absolutely.
Attaboy.
Brett Furman, they're the winner here tonight at Zandvoort in the PRL
Do this
GT3
somewhere else,
fixed
just in
series.
case I
Ricardo
screw it
Delgado
up.
finished in 3rd place here tonight and can also chat to us now. Welcome in, Ricardo. Good to have you with us as well. 3rd place for you on this occasion. What were you expecting from this race here at Zandvoort? You were the best placed.
I have no
of
idea what my
the,
information
the
is.
Corvettes and another podium for you. What were you expecting though at the start of the day?
Oh boy.
Well, I knew this track definitely dominated my Porsche. I know it was going to be a hard race for me on the Corvette, but and I think I had a little bit more pace than what I showed, but I was definitely held at the start by Zoe, who basically slept on the race start, and that dictated the race once I dropped it to P5. It's a difficult track to overtake. I had more pace than him. Show him the nose, try to place some pressure on it.
I have more pace than him.
There's definitely no place
I love that. Alright.
for passing here.
Yeah, it is certainly very difficult. What about the rest of the season, though, in terms of the championship? You're over 10 points when the drop weeks are applied behind Brett Furman. Now, it looks like it might be between you two for the championship. How do you feel about that going into the next few rounds?
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a hard one overcoming.
Yeah, I think I did, Dustin. Well, time will tell.
I'll try.
But I think I did.
We'll see how it goes. Congratulations, finish on the podium here tonight, and thanks for coming to chat to us as well.
Thanks, guys. Always a pleasure. Have a good one.
Thanks very much, Ricardo Delgado there in 3rd place tonight, ahead of Colin McKenzie, who takes another AM win. Congratulations on the win again, Colin. You extend your championship margin again, but how was the race generally, finishing inside the top 10 overall? Or just outside?
Desktop shortcut, no.
It was good. I mean, I was a little excited after qualifying. There were a couple AMs around me. I thought we were going to have
I'm going to be downloading this on my
a little do lap 1.
My packet loss might come back if that happens.
And, that just
let me know.
the lead. So at that point, it was kind of just hanging on and making sure I just kept the game.
Damn, you can download stuff from
Are you really at that stage in the season now where you are sort of looking for other AM
from
drivers
Steam
to come and fight
quite
you
quickly?
now?
I wouldn't necessarily say that, just because you got to fight for your points everywhere, especially in this series. Without
Hell yeah,
points.
brother! What's up, LT?
It would be nice if
Manager 208 at Bathurst. I'd like to get under 207s. Well, do you remember what the weather was? At least like the track temp, Z? Because that matters tremendously there, especially. What's up, Joel? How you doing, dude?
We'll see how it goes next week at Road Atlanta. But for now, thanks for coming to chat to us, and we'll see you again at Road Atlanta, as I say.
All right, can I tell y'all my pet peeve?
Thanks very much.
Listen to the commentators, and they
he is so
all the time.
Successful in that class of the PRO GT3 fixed series. Well, that's it for the fixed version of this championship, and we are almost ready to go with the open setup here in a few moments' time. 40 more minutes of racing here coming from Zandvoort in a few moments' time. The PRO GT3 Sprint Series gets underway.
God, drives me crazy. Am I the only person that like gets? I don't know. Strange. Do GT Sprint or they're at Bathurst doing the 12? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they do a really good job. I mean, gotta be honest. I'll be in here somewhere. Probably towards the back. Actually, this doesn't look. Oh, this is ours. Okay, Nick. Marky. We know Corbin. Ryan. Let's go. Beats. Boothman. Check all our teammates in here. Can't believe there's a slide without one of us on it. Josh, me, Noah. Love it. Nodwell. We're on every single slide. Jason. Yeah, they do a really good job from a presentation point of view for sure. God, it's so annoying. It drives me crazy. Don't know anything about PRL. Is it free to join? No, they do have a fee. And it changes depending on which series you want to do. And frankly, the fee goes to a lot of these broadcasts. And I want to say it's somewhere in like the $30 range for the season, something like that. Alright, so Beats P4, 7 for Uthman. Those are the two SCR guys in the top 10. You know I'm not going to be in there. These guys are stupid fast. SCR the Mafia, PRL, pretty much, man. Pretty much. I'll be honest, I feel like I should still be an AM. Looking forward to running next season. Nice, man. Drivers who have actually scored points here this season in the teams. SimCity 1, 3, and 2 in the top 8. Love it. I forget which one I'm on, to be honest with you. Team PGZ just falling a little bit further away, although by no means out of it. SCR3 are in 6th, but Assault by Precision Racing Gold. The other Team PGZ, that's Pablo's team. Let's see, 84. Whatever that means is in 10th place here in whatever that means. Maybe you should know. What do we got? Oh, Ryan's in 5th, Uthman's in 4th, Beats in 6th. Way to go, boys. Nodwell's in 14th. Love it. Does this look good for you guys? Let me take a gander, make sure. Oh yeah, this looks great. I don't think I can make this any better. I could go full screen, but then you're going to miss some stuff. Do we have any votes here? Full screen or no? Very much not the case as he comes into the final couple of corners. He's not doing PRLs because of pace. Yeah, I mean, you could always do the fixed version. Fixed version is nice because you can, just a little easier. Yeah, at least with this one, it's not hiding the person that they're showcasing. That's what I could do. Team pulls into pit lane. Think he won a race last season. Peter Nodwell, bit of a surprise winner on that occasion. Nodwell, he didn't won a race. Misremembering it. Certainly someone from SimCity Racing was able to manage it last season. Kerry Simpson makes his way towards the line at the moment. He is in 9th place in the standings, by the way. This is a long way back for Simpson in 16th at the moment. Can he improve with this? That time, certainly not. That better? He's got one more chance at this, and he needs to do better. He would be a surprise winner. I mean, opportunities are pretty much. You got to remember, the guys in this league are fast as shit, brother. Needs to get it done now, if at all. I think a lot of these guys know that this is their last chance. I don't know which one's better, to be honest with you. He's trying to work his way to the front of the field in his yellow and black entry. I mean, he's only about 5. Yeah, that's my background. We've seen Kevin be involved in these close battles in qualifying and not come out on the right side of them, hoping. Well, he'll be hoping that he can change that fate tonight, but this has got to be the lap as he comes out of the final corner. Okay, I could do that. Up towards the line. I could do that for you. First, I'm gonna have to move more than just my camera, but I could do that. Not really. The 9th place for him. He will stay just in the lower parts of the top 10. Chris Beach can't go any quicker. He'll be disappointed with that, knowing the speed of the Porsche. It's Acura who are 2nd and 3rd with Alberto Diaz and Ellie Brzezinski. Alawi is in 4th place at the moment. Guillaume Levesque at the moment is not here. That'll work. He will be taking his drop week, which is still downloading LMU. Still equivalent to a 6th place finish. So I can't imagine he'll be too disappointed. But look at this performance in the AM class. Blake Ziti is taken charge here in 11th place. He's only all right. That 2-point deficit to all good. Who's currently leading the championship. 84 degrees. What is that in Celsius? So dominant. Was dominant in the AM class that night. That's pretty cold, right? Was it 25 Celsius-ish? A bit of distance between himself and anybody else. Gotcha. It's not the right line through the final meaningful corner though, as he will run through the banking. Let's see if this is. Yeah, just think Z it'll probably be in the 40s, if not 50, at some point during that race. Okay, dude. Nice. It's the backstory. Oh, glad you asked that question. So one of the guys that I met. So when I started PRL, I started last summer, and I wasn't in SCR at the time. I wonder if this works. We'll see whether Jason Allen actually emerges. Oh, cool, that does work. Let's have a look at those so with the rundown of the starting grid. basically when I joined when I started PRL last summer, sorry, a couple seasons ago, last summer, I met a guy named Martin, and he was just a super nice guy. He and Peter knew each other because they both lived, pretty close together in Canada. And, I was talking to Peter. I was like, hey, you should reach out to him. He's really similar to you. Tech nerds, have Corvettes, really into sim racing, similar personalities, things like that. And so I reached out to him randomly one day, and he was just a super nice guy, and, got to chatting, and eventually he helped get me into SCR, or at least introduced me to kind of get through the door there. And, so I had a lot of great interactions, a lot of great chats with him, learned a lot from him. Super, super fast. Older guy. He was, 59. He passed away back in September. And so he looked a lot like Mr. Fredrickson from Up. And so basically, that's where that comes from. And the Never Lift is something that he had cancer at one point years ago and gotten a tattoo on his leg that just said Never Lift. And so that's kind of like, I don't know, kind of the mantra basically that we've carried on since. And yeah, that's kind of where it comes from. But he looks funny. They look a lot alike. So every time I see it, I kind of smile. It reminds me of Martin for sure. But nicest person you could ever meet. Super helpful, super fast, super cool guy. And yeah, rest in peace. So that's where it comes from.
To be honest, to actually challenging Cementerio at the front.
What did he get? What was his lap time? Yeah, some of these guys are so fast. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable how fast some of these guys are.
Is right there and in the mix at the moment in the championship, which is what we want to be seeing, and it's great to see from him and from the Phil Dinez team, the likes of himself and his teammate Jaden Conroy, and Nick Ledecky were right towards the
right.
of the field. I think they were leading the championship by quite some distance after 2 or 3 rounds last season, but it regressed somewhat, and through came Terrio.
Still finds YouTube videos every now and then. Yeah.
Whose name
Yeah, I wish I'd met him in person. Yeah, Zach, it's funny you say that. Not long ago, maybe like 2 weeks ago, I went into YouTube and like wiped the memory of like all the things I've ever suggested to it. And I don't know why. It's not like I ever blocked Martin's videos or anything, but I started getting a flood of stuff that I hadn't seen in a long time, and a lot of it was a lot of stuff from him as well. And yeah, it was just wild to go back and watch videos he made a couple years ago about, reviewing 2 wheels, or even just like race videos that he would post that are like the race videos that I post. Of course, they were a lot faster and a lot less commentary. He was locked in on the driving, where I do. I'm more 50-50. But yeah, it was nice blast from the past to see some of those recently. Alright, Le Mans Ultimate downloaded. I'm going to have to remember to run it later tonight maybe and try to get it all configured back up.
To make a charge in the final couple of weeks. Not the longest amount of time left to really establish yourself in the battles for the championship. But I think drivers still will back themselves to maybe get a good result here, maybe a good result next week as well.
Let me do this while I have a second. Hide in the garage.
With the standings that we have
put the stuff back the way that I had it.
Championship, only 4 or 5 drivers inside the top, well, within 30 points. Of course, that will change when the drop rounds are applied.
So yeah, we did a really nice tribute to Martin at Le Mans. I think it was last season, which I'd have to go back and find and share it. It was great. It was part of the broadcast. They did a phenomenal job with that. Nice little tribute, but yeah. Will Power and Few Nationals. Yeah, Will Power is cool. Oh, you're talking about like actual on track. Okay, I was thinking about sim racing. I used to race against Will Power all the time in F3. I should say I used to race behind him. He's stupid fast.
best when his drop week is applied. A couple of points behind,
Nice.
maybe. If he can finish at least in the top 5,
So anywho,
he will gain points on Levesque and Lemous.
got about 30 seconds till the race gets going here.
Very interesting prospect.
And then we'll
and
watch these boys,
opportunity, really, for
see how they can do tonight.
racing against his rivals.
But yeah, for those tuning in, normally I would be racing, but I'm wearing this stupid thing for the next day or two. And hoping for the best. Hoping for the best. Do they do any trophies or anything? That's a good question. I don't think so. I certainly wouldn't know. But I don't think so. I'm sitting there just talk to people. Could have got a one-on-one. Hunter Daily. Nice. Yeah, that is cool. That is cool.
Yeah, really, we are in a good position for as well.
Yeah, it's the first race of theirs I've missed since vacation back in August, which is kind of crazy.
Just a case of Elliot Basinski,
Unfortunately, it was a week ago today. I tried to race at Suzuka.
but I think he'd back himself.
Didn't go so well.
That he's going to be starting in.
All right, I wish my top display was showing like actual data. Unfortunately, it's not. So we're just gonna have to enjoy the broadcast. Hope for the best.
Come from Road Atlanta, Donington, Mount Panorama, and the Hockenheim Ring. So
yeah, Donington. I don't know that one at all.
Only 13% chance at Donington Park. That does seem unlikely.
I mean, I've raced it. I don't know it well. How about that? It's been a long time, and that was pretty much all Skippy days. I like how somebody has the Formula 1 livery.
It would have to end the season. It would be with precipitation. Well, towards the end of the season with precipitation in the
One of your favorites. I definitely enjoyed it. I wonder. I would assume we're on the full layout. Not that it's that much different. The chicane, I guess. But I guess you kind of get a chicane in either one of the configurations there at the end. Total fun track. Yeah, it's definitely a cool track. Not a lot of people, I feel like not a lot of people have recent experience with it, because generally in like these types of cars it doesn't go to Donington ever. So I think it's kind of like Zolder almost, in that you probably race that more with like slower cars than these types of cars, so not a lot of people have been there anytime recently. That's my guess, but we'll see. Nice. That's a bit later than what I was expecting, yeah, to be honest. That's the difference, Z. Give those guys a second. Give them a second and get their competitive juices flowing, and you're screwed. Andrew, I just get like carpal tunnel basically that pops up every so often. And normally I'm an idiot and I just wait way too long to try to address it in any way, shape, or form. And this time I decided to not be an idiot and try to brace it up, rest it for a couple days, and then come back after it. But yeah, it's one of those things, man. I'm 42 years old. I've been sitting in front of a computer as a software developer for 20 years straight, plus playing games at night and then sim racing recently, and it was inevitable that I was going to have issues with my with my wrist and my hands at some point in my life, so I pay for it now.
Quite as dark as the fixed series was, and at least we get a bit of a sunset feel. It's not going to help the drivers into some of the corners, though, in the braking zones could become a
Donington's great. Yeah, what's up, Andrew?
They've got the sun directly in their eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, fam. At your age, you can push it more than I can. I can tell you that much. But smart thing to do is to sit back and rest it for a couple days, so it doesn't become a real problem. All right, this should be a really interesting race. Is it? It is cool, but what I would say though is that it's not going to get used very often. If your interest is in GT3s, basically, it's not gonna. You're not going to see it very often. You know. So it is good, but just not going to get a lot of use. You know, it's not like a Daytona or a Sebring or a. It's going to show up at least once or twice a year. Donington you might see once every 4 years, or so it feels. Oof. All right, let's get it. What these races? 40 minutes long. Bruxton. Yeah, exactly. Same thing. It's like, I'll probably buy it just because I'll own almost everything anyway in iRacing, so I'll get it just because. But you're not going to see it used very often, that's for sure.
Somewhat alone to start 2025, but you'd rather be alone at the front than as a duo starting at the back of the field.
Let's go, boys. A little bit of blinking going on back there.
Porsche. There's a distinct look to the front of the field.
Come on, boys, be safe. Well, with the delay, the race has already actually started.
Brzezinski, the winner of the last 2 weeks in the red, green, and white Acura on row 2 there on the inside line. Can he maybe?
Come on, boys. We've got a couple guys up front. We got 3 in the front there. That's great.
Just in behind Terrio, who's now in control of the field. He's just slowed it all down here to let the pace car pull in. He's presumably trying to open this up early.
Look at all them cars. I'd be somewhere way in the back. Oh, little late start by 21. I don't know who that is. I think it's Ryan. Uthman's got a nice, there we go. Uthman into 3rd. Hell yeah, brother. That a boy. Is it a good spot? Nice job. I'm not sure who 33 is. I think that's Beats. They got some great camera angles, don't they? Uh-oh, chaos. No SCRs. No SCRs. Alright, cool. So the ones that you see with blue numbers, those are pros. The purples are AMs. Oh, there's an SCR car. No! Okay, no extra. Oh, man. I saw at least 2 SCR cars off right there. Show the pillar, show the standings. There we go. I don't know everybody's number. Ryan was one of them, 21 for sure. Who else was that? Josh. Come on, keep cycling. Yeah, okay, it was Josh. If you hold the brake during a pace lap, will heat up the brakes and the tires. Yes, that is true. Z, that is true. I do that a lot. Nodwell's in 11th. 10th. Hell yeah, brother. What does Peter consider a good position? That's a good question, fam. I don't really know. I'd say if he finished top 10, he'd probably be really happy. Really happy. I cannot overstate how fast this lobby is. Who was that? 3. Who's 3? Too many things going on. Oh, that was Nick. No. It'd be nice when they highlight somebody if it showed on the bottom somehow. I know it's over here on the left, which I'm pointing to my screen that you can't see, but it'd be nice if they had a lower third or something that showed the person. Sprained wrist, carpal tunnel type shit going on, unfortunately. Just sitting this one out tonight. Look at all the debris. You know how the debris system's broken? It's because you can see it everywhere. Jesus.
Record equaling 23rd GT4 PRL race win last night. Maybe trying to get his first race win that isn't in GT4.
All right, good. So Uthman's in 3rd. Beats is up to 5th. We lost one of our guys that was in the top 5 or so. Nodwell's in 10th. That's amazing. Markey's in 12th. Rolling. Hold on, give me a sec.
But this is the race start that we saw. This is the instant that we saw coming off of turn 3. 2 lines converging and some synchronized spinning. Indeed. They have to go right the way to the back. Now this was super high speed stuff down here. Goodness me, how this wasn't a bigger pileup is almost a mystery. So many cars end up off the road down here. At the end, look at this, 4 cars getting back on the circuit almost
insane. Rocket Ryan's in 20th. Nice. That's not so bad. Ooh. I have that issue from time to time. Yeah, dude, for me it pops up, unfortunately, pretty regularly.
Very good. But he did clatter it, quite frankly. I think the nature of the corner at turn 7, where we saw that heightened instant, meant that drivers were almost able to avoid because there weren't many of them left to come through. But you're right, it is a part of the circuit where almost surprising not to see a bigger incident. Blake Ziti, that's how the AM pole sitter went around in the number 50, trying to get it corrected, and may have used the pit exit as well just to help him out and get off of the racing line. But dramatic start, not quite as dramatic as Jerez. I think it was the fix series.
How far back do I have to go?
Still,
what am I looking for?
And the AM class all of a sudden completely
Production. Yeah, they do a really good job with the production here for sure. This is race spot, if you can't tell. But yeah, they do a really good job. Way better than I could do. So I'm glad we're watching this instead of me trying to do it.
So he'd already made contact with Antoine Lacherie, as we saw.
Yeah, look at these camera angles. That's legit. It's moving. That's nice. That's nice. All right, what do we got? 1, 2. Still got 4 in the top 12. That's pretty great. Take that. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm just going to stick with it for now, man, so I don't get too far off.
Who we're seeing in this Mercedes. That's how much this race has changed all of a sudden. There aren't very many AMs in this field, and I've got to say, compared to the fixed series, they don't often find themselves up towards the front either.
Josh down to 33rd.
Yeah,
Nick 35th. At least he's still in it. Noah's an 18th.
So far, but only 5 minutes have elapsed. I think a lot of positions.
All right, we got a couple in there still.
Still left in this race. Quite a lot of the field. This is the battle involving, I believe, Aiden Young.
So who is this? Like right now, I don't know who they're on. Here we go. So Noah's 18th. Okay. Aiden Young, super fast. Surprised he's actually in 17th. But like right now, they're fixed on somebody and you don't actually know who it is. SCR going off. Yeah, that was Nick, I'm pretty sure, unfortunately. Definitely think I'm going to run AM next season. I think I should be an AM, honestly. But if you're over 3K at the start of the season, they consider you a pro. Otherwise, you're an AM. Like Steve, that they highlighted for half a second there. His IR is like 2600 or something. He's fast as shit. Like, he is not an AM. Okay, so he's over 2K now. Or 3K now, because he looks like he's a pro now, so never mind. But he's been a pro, I think the last 2 seasons when I raced, or gosh, he's been an AM the previous 2 seasons where I raced as an AM as well. He's super quick. So yeah, he's definitely not. Like same with Devin Brock, who is still an AM apparently. He's definitely faster than that. An IR requirement, technically I think they want you to be like over 2K, but what I would say, you probably want to be more, you probably want to be over 3K, in my opinion. Or at least you want to be 3K pace. That's what I would say. So, about what names, Gavin? Oh, like features that they're missing? Yeah, I mean, I guess you could in theory. But I rarely watch these, so I don't really, doesn't bother me too much. 21, I think that's Ryan.
The next stage of the race. Nice to see the tight battles ongoing though.
Too many cars. It's so funny. Like I never see it from this perspective, so like I don't even know our car numbers. You know, I normally just look up and I see it on a screen. I guess I can actually see a couple of these guys on the screen still from when I was in the session. Pretty much. We actually have a PRL specific livery that we're all running. And almost all of us are running the Porsche. So Uthman right here in 3rd position, the dark car that's passing us right now. He's running the Ferrari, but pretty much everybody else is running the Porsche.
Back down the inside of Emmett Lindqvist into 7th place.
Got to keep it for a while. I mean, what I would say for you is you had some pace, but you got to learn how to finish races, man. Once you can do that consistently, like your IR will skyrocket for sure.
Be able to drop his round 3 where he only scored 21 points. He'll be right back into championship contention. There's no doubt about that.
I mean, he's on his ass.
A couple of positions as well in this race.
Diaz, I don't know him.
After his 2 top 5 so far this season, has last week in
yeah, don't cheat on your test, man. Come on. You're not learning anything.
I mean, he's going to have have to keep that result whatever throughout the rest of the season. So anything on that will be an improvement from this week. But I'm sure a top 5 is what he's aiming for. And with only about a second and a half between himself and that top 5, I think he'll be pretty confident in trying to at least.
He was on pole. Nice.
Back to that group.
If he was on pole, you know he's fast as shit.
Let's see.
I don't even know what pole was, but I gotta imagine somebody hit a 31. Or at least really close. Which is insane. I don't remember the fastest lap I got here this week, but it wasn't quick. This I can promise.
Unfortunately, had his race unravel quite early. He just wasn't really paying enough attention towards turn.
I'm just curious. I'll put it back. Damn. They're beating us, boys. They got 59 people watching right now.
And again, the driver stuck behind second place, like Ricardo Delgado last time.
That is kind of crazy. We've got 28 people watching.
Going backwards.
They've got 59.
That really didn't help Aloy, who eventually had to come past Diaz.
Nodwell sitting pretty in P10. He's got about a 1 second gap ahead. About 8/10 behind. So he's in a nice little spot.
From the top. And you get a nice slipstream now on this long run through these sweepers, but not really a good overtaking chance at the very end of it through turn 7. Diaz is going to be stuck here. 10 minutes gone in this race, and we get into that settled part of the race.
3K pace for AM class. I would say, honestly, yeah. Yeah, I would. I think you would probably not have a lot of fun in this series if you had 2K pace. Regardless of what your IR is, if you've got 2K pace, you're going to be at the very back of the field. And honestly, it's going to be frustrating. And it's not even the stuff that you think about, like, you know, whatever. It's like in qualifying, it's a 20-minute open qualifying session, right? You inevitably are going to be getting tracked down by like the fast guys, the fastest of fast guys, like 2 seconds a lap, you know? So you're inevitably going to find yourself in a position where you feel like you're impeding them, and that just makes you feel bad. Like, you don't want to be that guy. I would say if you're like 2K pace, you probably want to do the fixed series, which runs right before this race. You probably want to be more like 3K pace before you actually. That's just my 2 cents on it, at least. Skid, what's up, brother? Starting to stream, make content. How do you record your races separately, or do you use the VOD? So I actually record it separately. Sorry about that. My beard got caught in this freaking thing. Yeah, I record it separately. The secret to doing that is using the same encoder for both the live stream and the recording, so that your computer's not doing really any extra work. You're just, your hard drive's just doing a little bit more work. It's not like it's encoding it twice. So I'm streaming it to you guys at 25K bitrate on YouTube, and then I'm also recording it locally also in 25K bitrate, and then I can pull that into Premiere later and do my editing or whatever I want to do with it. Unfortunately, the VOD quality is just shit. You're just not going to want to use the quality of your VODs for YouTube videos. You know, if iRacing could give... No, they would never do that, fam. And it's not even because it's like, hey, I lost 91. The problem is they don't know where you would have finished. You know what I mean? And then they can't just give you on 91. Then they have to change everybody's IR who was in the thing or in the race. It would never be figured out. How do you feel about the watch party? Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question, Joel. I don't know. Hard to say.
As much as it sounds a little bit odd sometimes. Worth noting, to piggyback onto that,
2K, 3K, joining the IMSA series. Carson, the IMSA series is definitely different. So the sprint series here is definitely the top of PRL. These are the fastest dudes for sure. The IMSA series is totally different, and at that 283, you'd have a lot of fun. I would definitely recommend giving that a shot. I did it half the season last season. True Motorsports World Challenge. Many drivers around 2K or less. Yeah, that's the nice thing with Z. Like there are leagues for every pace range, if you will. I would just say PRL Sprint, the GT3 Sprint Series, is definitely the top of the top. for this time of day, you know, friendly US East Coast evening weeknight time slots. PRL Sprint's where it's at for GT3.
Coming into the second half of the season, so again, another name you can't really count out.
Yeah, I mean, I know other leagues that are definitely more beginner friendly. If y'all are curious about that.
At the top of this part of
25k bit rate, I do. Yeah, I have Verizon gigabit, so 1 gig up and down. So I'm actually, it's funny, so I'm sending 25k to YouTube, and then I'm also sending 6k to Twitch. So I'm doing both from my machine.
That is for sure. But it has to really
0.57 SR to 15 minutes. Jeez. That's crazy.
But Brzezinski is by no means leaving Terrio alone right now.
No. He's certainly not. In fact, Diaz has started to leave the 444 alone, and now Chris Beats is on the back of him, so that's one to have a look at and keep an eye on, I should say, as well. You still see them in the background. Look at the Ferrari there with a bit more breathing space. Look at the Acura with a whole lot less.
Yeah, the spots fill up really fast, Carson. I know they've had some drama in their IMSA series this season. I heard there's been discussion that they might not even do it next season. I'm not really sure whether it's going to land, but what you want to do is put whatever day registration shows up, put that on your calendar and sign up that day, because it generally fills up within a day or two. So, and they always give the returning drivers 1 week of early access, and then they open it up to everybody, and it fills up real fast. So, when does IMSA PRL do their races? Thursday nights. Right now it's Thursday nights. YouTube takes 25k. Actually, yeah, way higher than that. Hell, I don't think I ever sent 50k. I used to record in 50k before I was actually doing streaming, and I just did recordings. I was recording locally in 50k bit rate.
On board with the McLaren.
Year after.
In towards turn 3.
Year after. Are there other leagues? Also a buy-in broadcast. I'm not sure about the first part of that, but shout out the beginner-friendly leagues. Yeah, the biggest one I would say, it's called Broken Wing Racing League. I race in it from time to time. Nick will race in it from time to time. And they race Sunday nights around 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it's GT3. Thanks, Top. Appreciate that. They do have a broadcast. It's a homegrown broadcast, so it's not like this. But they do have a broadcast, and they have a massive grid, which is good and bad. It's a free league, so another reason they have a massive grid. But I think they can range the first week, for instance, if you don't register for the practice session, almost as soon as it opens up, you will not get to race that night, because it's effectively first come first serve. So if you don't do it immediately, it will fill up and you will not race. So that that definitely sucks. Where, like, for instance, in PRL, it's a locked grid. I can sign in 15 seconds before quali starts if I wanted to. But Broken Wing Racing League, they don't have a website. They have a Discord. Frankly, I don't remember the URL for it, but if you do a Google search for Broken Wing Racing League, you'll find a link to the Discord. And they do a bunch of stuff. It's not just GT3s. They have a bunch of different leagues they run most nights. And it's a good group of guys. It's like 60 cars every week-ish. But with that, it's a massive skill gap. There are some guys that are like 4K pace, 5K pace even. And then there's guys that have like 1K or less pace. I mean, it's the biggest range you can imagine, which can be good, it can be bad. They don't have blue flag rules in the same way that you would maybe hope. So I've had races where I'm in like P5 and I'm fighting to lap cars. It really sucks. So, but again, they aim for friendly, so. Yeah, same. 1 gig up, starting to use multi-stream. Usually only stream to Twitch. Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, as long as your upload is pretty consistent, you shouldn't have an issue sending it to both. If your upload is consistent and your machine can handle 2 encodes, you're fine. Old Guy Racing League, different class. Yeah, I feel like I did that one, Mark. That's a good call out, wasn't it? Don't they have like a Sunday morning GT3 league or something? I feel like I did that one time. I only did it for a couple weeks, so I didn't really stick with it. But I feel actually, ironically, the first race I did with them, I'm pretty sure it was them. It was at Sebring, and like right before the race started, some guy was bitching about the fact that new people were there because we were gonna like affect the season points or something. It's like, it's a phenomenal way to introduce people to your league. Like, I get the concern, to be fair, but it's like, shit, man. Do you want to grow or do you not? You know. So yeah, I think I only did it once or twice, and that was that. We'll do those. So, yeah.
Exactly. And that's
Sim Pit, good leaks for lower IR, 1.6. Nice, man.
It's almost a shame that Tyler Graf wasn't
Where you split the bit rate for each platform. So you have to, there's multiple plugins you can use in OBS to set that up. Look for, so I think it's called Atrium Multistream. Atrium Multistream. Search for that. You'll figure it out. League Racing is a bunch of guys that only race leagues. Exactly, Mark. Exactly. I hate that. I hate that so much. And it's one of those things where in leagues, whatever, it doesn't matter, right? Like, you know guys, it doesn't matter generally. But like in this case where they split you into classes based on your IR, well, if you don't ever race officials, like your IR doesn't match your pace, you know? Where I really don't like it are special events. I know a lot of guys that race special events that have IRs that do not match their pace, and I've seen it both directions. I've seen guys that like just race, they have like a high IR but it doesn't match their pace, or they have a low IR and it doesn't match their pace either. So I've seen it go both ways, but it's really annoying that that's how the splits are done, and it's not always, or it's not often representative, I think, of their pace. It's an unfortunate way to split, I guess is all I'll say, but I guess it's a challenge to figure out. I don't know what the solution would be, but I'm not a fan of how it works now. Yeah, Sunday morning coffee cup, that's right. Yeah, I had fun. I was really competitive. This was a while ago too. I mean, shit, this was probably in the spring last year. Maybe it was even last winter when I first picked up GT3s, or should say I first switched over completely to GT3s. Alright, so these boys are going to be pitting, I would assume, real soon, if they haven't already and I missed it, because I'm sitting here running my mouth. But Nodwell sitting P10 still, which is awesome. Uthman still third, Beats still fifth. Markey 16th. He probably wants a little bit more than that, but I'd say that's still a pretty good place to be. Loving this for Nodwell, man. Holy shit. P10 would be incredible. Please don't give that guy any negative juju. Come on, man. Let's finish this race. I feel like he's had a lot of races where he's been right about here and some weird thing happens to him and messes him up. So I'm hoping that tonight nothing happens. He can finish this thing out where he's sitting. He'd be, I think, very pleased to finish P10 in this league. For sure.
Could be enough to get himself ahead of Terrio in the pit stop. So all of the little margins.
Oh, he must be boxing.
Peter Nobwell's been off. At least he's dropping down the field.
No way. I just did. I actually commentate or curse him? No.
Oh, there he is. There's your answer. He was already losing places before he spun at turn 8, I believe, but that is
what?
Totally sealed the deal for it. We'll have a replay.
Come on, man. No way. What happened? No.
Yeah, I thought that was what happened. These cars are so
damn
on the edge, on the rear end, that Some of these cars just going a bit too far on the edge.
And then he
of the rear
spins
end, and now
again.
have a look at that. The rear tyres are burning alive, and he just couldn't control it.
Did I just commentator curse him?
Going around at turn 8. It's not really what he
Holy
wants to be
shit,
doing,
he's
and
gonna be so
gonna
mad.
out of contention now.
Damn it.
Fantastic position inside the top 10, which
Not in the
is
pit. I was hoping he was in the
disappointing,
pits too, but then once
but, you know,
you didn't get the
still,
little pit indicator
few
pretty quickly, I was like,
chances
uh-oh, something
for
happened.
him to try and get himself
Damn
a
it.
good result and,
Okay, commentator curse is real.
A couple of good results throughout the start of this season.
Brutal.
Still no pit stop throughout most of the field.
We're gonna have to send him
Kind of
this clip.
expect that.
He's gonna be so
Maybe
mad.
at the
Can you imagine him? You guys know what he
30
says during a race. But things don't go well. He's probably hot right now. He's gonna be so mad when I send him this stream. Oh my god.
And it generally makes a little bit more sense, which is why that is what the consensus is.
Wow.
Even though being stuck behind someone isn't a great idea, it's certainly better than being
All right, well,
slower than you. At the moment, they're just stuck behind
Marky's
someone
up to
marginally slower.
15th.
You don't want to be stuck behind someone
That's the
slower.
positive.
That's the
Reverse the
decision.
curse.
It's the best of two evils at the moment.
Oh my god, I want to see a video
Like
reaction of him
Diaz, who's
watching
probably
the
quicker
clip.
than Halloween. Steve as well,
Damn
who's probably quicker than Beats.
Guy has the worst luck, man.
Just for the moment. I'm sure they're
So
probably trying to
unfortunate.
overtake, to be honest, but it just doesn't
I'd
look
like to be a
that's
little
how
bird and
difficult
hear
it
him
is.
right now.
Around
Yeah, I bet he's not happy. Hopefully he can bottle it up and finish this race. And we got 15 minutes to go.
These corners does mean you can stay a bit closer, but that's a bit wide into the gravel there for Diaz. It's not going to get the run that he required. Now then.
Man,
just
Usman's
starting to
killing it.
stay
P3,
further
man.
right out of that
That's
final
great.
corner. Diaz was either
Simon
looking to
and
the
Elliott
inside
have
or just looking to
dozed off a little
fake the
bit,
pit
which
entrance there.
I'm not too surprised by that. Those guys are stupid fast. Don't worry, I'm gonna send him the timestamp once it's over. For sure. Wish his friend luck and prosperity instantly ruins the race for friend. God. I mean, look, I was really hoping that he was gonna have a hell of a great finish. He was on for a great finish. 15 minutes to go. Damn. He's got a good one coming his way, at least. We can say that safely. Where did he fall to? He's not in the top 20. He's 28. Oh, he boxed. Okay. I was gonna say he didn't hit anything. I didn't see anybody hit him. Yeah, he definitely got commentator curse, no doubt. Jesus.
Regardless of what they do, they have been able to pull that gap out to now pretty much 4.3 seconds.
Don't try to.
Between Patinski and Alawi.
What do I?
However they go with strategy, they just have the pace advantage over everybody else in the field at the moment.
Honestly, though, hey, look, if you can say anything, I was right.
Taking on by
I mean, you can at least say that I was right.
lap after lap after lap.
I mean, I hate that I was,
This will be the end of 17.
but your boy wasn't lying.
Soon we'll start to see some pit stops. Still, the top 26 have yet to come in. And this is why partly the leaders are having to wait so long as well.
I'm just being
They need to
honest.
let that mid-pack just disintegrate a little
Oh
bit
my
with pit
God, I
stops.
feel so
They're
bad for
just
him,
not
for
stopping
real.
in the midfield at the moment. They're just
The
not
guy is
going in.
due for a great finish. Now it sounds like you wanted it. Clearly, I didn't want it.
17, 18,
Wow.
after the
Terrible
opening
timing, though.
laps coming
My
into the top.
God.
Of course, we have that spin, which is why Aiden Young's
Had
into the top
punctures.
16, but we were talking about Aiden Young in 17
Yeah,
place.
I'm guessing what happened is he just had his tires were probably on fire from sliding off like that. And then they had nothing but rocks on them too. I'm guessing that's what it was.
Really, after the back end of the top 20 is the gap just
Oh, Florida. Yeah. What are the numbers from Lost again? 7, 13? I don't remember.
Well, the first couple of drivers that have made the pit stop, but still
Oh, man.
the lead.
Well,
There is separation. It's
hopefully
just too far
everybody
back
else
for
still
the
has to
leaders
box, right?
sort themselves into. If they
I didn't
ban
miss that,
themselves
did I?
far down, then they can,
I'm telling you, I have like
save
a
20
bird
hopes to win
brain.
the
I sit
race.
here and
'Cause they really
run my
want to
mouth
be
for hours on end, and I just don't know what happens throughout the entire time. I'm just sitting here running my mouth.
Towards top,
Everything could happen, and I'm none the wiser.
But that is a real train right now, and you can't afford to put yourself into that situation.
Yeah, somebody here has to be massively benefiting. And if I'm going to guess, it's going to be my man here, Diaz. I'm guessing he's saving fuel like a monster. So unfortunately for Uthman, he's probably going to get undercut.
Finally, Terrio's in, and just about Beats managed to get himself in as well. So the race leader is the first to blink. He's going to bring a lot of
All right, here we
drivers
go.
down with him, though. Interesting that he allows
See what
Brzezinski
happens
to get
here.
a bit of an overcut on him, though.
I just can't describe how fast guys like Simon are. It's so impressive to watch. Beats, Uthman, I mean, all these guys, like, so fast. It's crazy.
Out of the pit lane he comes now. Oh, he's going to be in traffic. He's in trouble here.
Show us.
In big trouble. Aiden Young is leading that group.
The other thing, too, that I found at this track, the pit lane, pit exit is a challenge. Like, it is real easy to go over that white line. It looked like he was fine. Somebody's going to do it. Somebody's going to get screwed over by pit exit.
This coming lap, if Ryan Puchtel gets out of the way this lap,
I
think he'll be okay.
I'm not saying anything.
Behind, and he wasn't much quicker than them.
I really want to.
Over the course of the last,
really having a hard time not saying anything about Uthman.
Yes, he's coming to the pit lane. He should be a little bit faster now.
But I'm just gonna not.
With Budzinski yet to make his pit stop, but I
Okay,
think
we're good. I think we're past it. I think we're past
it.
it.
Could still work out for him. Remember though, Budzinski getting the overcut means that he may be able to pit stop a little bit.
Sometimes I can't control myself. I really do have to think Diaz is probably going to benefit here in a big way. He's been sitting behind Uthman for a long time. There's really no reason for him to push. I mean, the other two guys had a 4-second gap. Like, they've all got to be boxing right now, right? Yeah. Wow. Wow. Think about that. The PG guys, think about how much fuel they saved. They sat back there for so long. Diaz had a great entry. Oh. Oh, okay. I thought he went too far. Show us that we don't care about him. Go back to the box. Who cares? Go back to the box. We want to see them leave. They're coming out right now. Looks like Uthman's in front. Show us the people leaving the pits. Thank you. All right, cool. Uthman's in. That's huge. Beats got them both. Don't lose both spots. Don't lose both spots. There you go. Attaboy. Good exit. There we go. I mean, I hate for Uthman that he lost the spot to Beats, but at least they're both in front of Diaz. Oh, okay. Holy shit. Y'all ready? Come on, man. 9 minutes to go. Let's go, boys. What an incredible stop for Beats, man. I wonder where he got it. I wonder where he got that time. Was it less fuel taken? Was it better entry exit? Like, what did he do? But man, that was a huge jump. 25, nice. He's not going to be happy. Oh, he's got to be up now. He's up there. He's higher than that now. I don't see him. Nick's back in 33rd. Brutal. Nodwell's up to 21. That's good. All right, the PG's Z boys are boxing. There's no way they're going to get him in front of the first two guys. What's going to happen with the next three? Wow. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. He's got 2 seconds on him. What is that? Just 1 extra lap of fuel? I mean, that's probably 3 liters. I'm not sure how many liters per lap here, but something around 3 probably. Wow, that's crazy. All right, looks like Uthman's under attack by Diaz here. The PGZ guys, where the hell are they at? No way, they came out in front of him? God, they both did. Damn. The PGZ guys both got out in front of Beats, Uthman, and Diaz. So they saved a ton of fuel sitting behind those guys. That's crazy. I mean, it shows you guys the difference of saving laps of fuel. I mean, it's massive. Because it's just one less lap they need to get to the end of the race. That saves 3 liters stationary, and that's huge. Uthman got tires, Ferrari didn't. Well, Uthman is the Ferrari. He definitely got tires. I saw him go up. The Acura, I didn't see him go up, so I don't think he got tires. But I'm sure he didn't get tires that weren't free. For instance, like no way he stayed stationary for tires and didn't need them. Yeah, strategy stuff is critical, dude.
everybody else
Critical.
will fly through, at least inside the top 10.
That's unreal, man.
In all of the pit stops,
So Elliott got a huge benefit being behind Simon for basically the whole race, saving all that fuel. The PGZ guys both got a jump on the 3 guys ahead by just getting 1 extra lap on the track. It's kind of funny. I mean, if you look at the guys that were at the front, so you look at Simon, who led so much of the race, he lost out. You look at Uthman and Diaz, who were, you know, 3rd and 4th for so long, they both lost out. The guys that saved the fuel, those are the guys that looks like they're going to benefit in this race. Kind of insane. And it's funny to be in the situation yourself and like be in there, and you don't see it like this, but to watch it from this perspective, it's mind-blowing.
What a frustrating evening he has had. Diaz
got a second gap pits. Good strategy. Yeah, absolutely. If you could just kind of fall into a nice strategy, man, whew, that's so nice.
Current best is only 7th, so I guess it's a tied best, but even so.
All right, see if they can finish it out. Looks like we're still, I mean, it's unfortunate that we fell back a little bit. We were looking at 3rd and 5th, now we're looking at 5th and 6th.
I think there are probably a couple of drivers like
But
that. Who maybe,
is what it is. What were the PGZ guys running? What is that, McLaren?
In the picture of their championship and how it's gone for them so
Man.
far.
I don't really remember. I feel like the McLaren is really good on fuel, though.
I think it's going to be disappointing if they aren't quite exactly where they want to be. But still, good point is always.
Be curious to see what the guys have to say after the race about their strategy.
Getting consistent points is exactly what you need to be doing in a championship like this. And even if you're not going for the title, going for a top 5 means that, but for the likes of Chris Beats, a top 5 is fantastic. I mean, if you were P4 in the championship and even if P5, you'd think, oh yeah, that's all right. But it's only his 2nd top 5 of the season.
Yeah,
able to hold on. So
that's a really good point.
Fantastic result for him and keep him right up there in contention.
I mean, he is points racing. I mean, the guys he's racing against are right in front of him, but he is points racing.
Probably the closest person to making a move here. The pressure that he's putting on the 444 Ferrari sort of preventing him.
One team I don't want to lose to. Yeah. I just have like carpal tunnel stuff going on, Rich. Just trying to be smart and keep it stabilized for a day or two, instead of just ignoring it and racing on it anyway until it hurts so bad I can barely stand it. That's all. Just tuned in. Yeah, all of our SCR guys. So P5, P6, P13, and then we got a couple more guys in the further group.
Yeah, and all of a sudden,
what's the SCR rival? I'll probably keep that to myself.
Well, actually, I say that Steenberg's not
There's a couple.
Start,
I'll keep it. I'll keep that one quiet.
Further back, but you know, the second you drop Kevin Denoyer's lowest round, they're only 8 points apart coming into this race.
Ooh, man down.
Steenberg getting through. What's that doing?
Uh-oh.
Oh, no, that's team orders there.
Team orders?
A little bit early, isn't it, for team orders, you think? Maybe? I don't know.
It had to be. What else would it have been?
Right till the last
There's no slowdowns anywhere around there.
Well, oh, I thought you meant in the season. Sorry. Yeah.
Oh, no, I...
Okay.
I meant in the race.
Well, I guess I'll say it.
Well,
Maybe I won't. I'll hold it. I'll hold it. I'll hold it.
Behind Levesque and
I wouldn't say we have rivals. We just have certain guys that we always seem to run into, or that seem to really run into us, that get really annoying. So it's not really a team thing. It's more of an individual thing. But I'll leave it be. Past that.
I guess they're putting all the eggs in the Denoyer basket already.
Man, this race is going by really fast.
This is the consideration, I think.
That's what happens when you just run your mouth for an hour straight.
Which means that, you know, if you just drop that round,
Well, I really feel for Peter, man. I really do. He had such a good race going. He was on for P10, which is... I wish I could articulate how much of an accomplishment that is, man. P10 in this league is really good. Exactly, Rich. Exactly. Nailed it. If you want to find out, go back and watch my Daytona live stream. That's all I can say. He's one of them for sure. But yeah, generally speaking, I mean, all is well here. It's a good group. Peter says something in Discord after watching, and you can curse him.
on the maths, to be honest.
Oh, dude, yeah, he's definitely gonna say something. I didn't curse him. Right, I was Peter. I was really hoping, man.
And here he goes on Aiden Young, who's breaking a bit early
Had a
there.
boy.
Turn one, Puptel just trying to get the exit or the entry, sorry, the inside line.
Yeah, fair game, fair game.
If you hold on to the inside there at through turn one, you're more than likely going to hold on to the place. And
Fighting
that's
for
even if you
16th
do go
here. Come on,
alongside,
Ryan, you
as
got it, brother.
Puptel has just found out.
Unfortunately, there's really only one great overtaking spot here, and honestly, it's not even that great. It's pretty much P1 or P1, turn one.
Didn't look like the easiest line, but he made it work for him. And not quite the hugging the inside wall as we saw a little bit earlier on that spat out a couple of drivers into the exit of turn number one. Sun hasn't said as much as I thought it was going to, but it has got a little bit darker. I thought
Awesome, legendary. I'm glad to hear that, dude. Really nothing like endurance racing, is it?
But it hasn't really,
It's a lot of fun when you have a good endurance race and you get all the way to the end and you finish the race, and you know,
As I mentioned earlier,
really is a good time, especially when you can do it with a friend. A lot of fun, man. Yeah, true. Turn 3 is a good. If you can set that up and get a good run out of 1, yeah, you got a pretty good shot into 3. Good call.
But not really very much night driving at all. Wouldn't call this night driving just yet, even if it is getting a little bit.
These guys must have a really beefy machine to have all the cars being drawn and not stuttering like crazy. Have y'all thought about that before? Like, think about watching your replays back with like all the stuff turned on. It's like they can't just turn off the grandstands, you know, it really takes away from the broadcast. So they gotta have all that stuff turned on, and they have to draw all the cars. Think about the machine they're running all this stuff on. Oh. Dive.
As much as he possibly can here.
Didn't have it.
The others are sort of just letting it happen, throwing their arms up and saying, well, I can't do it. Right,
60-90. So true. A render farm. Nice. They got a special contract with Microsoft Azure, and they're rendering it live on demand from the cloud. Oh. Can we make a move? Can we make a move? Nah, there's just no moves to be made around here, man. No, he wouldn't.
He just didn't quite have it. So it looks like it's going to end in 17th for Ryan Puptel.
Yeah, there's just not a lot of places to pass here, man. Unreal. It was fun to watch strategy play out in this race, I'll be honest. Freaking Acuras, man. Beats and Uthman held him off. What a drive from Uthman, man. He held Diaz off that whole race. Atta boy. Good finish. Good finish. Well, it's unfortunate we dropped back a little bit, but still, man. P5, P6, 13. Markey got up to 13th. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, it's just no way to pass at this point, man. Last time I saw him, he was like 21st. Let's see where he ended up. Nick, 28th.
I mean, he nearly crashed there at the end. I think that was, I'm not too sure what happened there for Ethan Bass, but he nearly checked up in the final corner.
Let's see, where is he? 20th.
Actually, from the eventual race winner,
Not great. Not great,
I'm
but...
really not sure what happened there, but...
Oh, that's not what I mean. He's not going to be happy with that. Understandably.
Yes, indeed it has.
Out of fuel.
That sounds like a horrible noise, doesn't it?
It's just
some gravel in a blender. Let's hope someone... oh, come on. Someone push him.
He's not going to get pushed. Sorry to say it.
That was Jermaine Warren, the last driver on the lap. So, fella's going to go nowhere. He's going to have to make some sandcastles, I'm afraid.
Brutal.
The back end of the field. Nobody's coming around to push him. Oh dear, oh dear.
Most people probably don't know he's sitting there.
Never mind.
Oh, all right. Well, damn.
With the two McLarens of Kevin Denny and Christian Steinberg, third and fourth.
That was good, man. That was a lot of fun to watch. I mean, I certainly would have rather been driving, but
round out the top 10. In his 11th place.
Yeah,
for
looks like he
Kevin
does.
Simpson with Miguel Fonseca next
15th.
just behind him. Marc-Andre Garant.
Assuming it's the same person.
Matt Stenwick and Austin Cobb rounding out the top
From
15.
Flo Rada.
Young held off Ryan Puctel.
Yeah, he's 3.7K.
Matthew Biscaglia, Steve Baker and Peter Nobwell round out the top 20. 21st was Storm Carmody, Devin Brock, who held off Kevin Kiernitz to the line. Ethan Bass did drop back at the end there, finishing 24th ahead of Noah Hansen. William Fenton just outside the top 5.
Good times.
The last driver on the AM podium. Nicholas Mazza finishes 28th after his early spin. Marshall Scare led in the AM for a while, finishes 4th in the end ahead of Gavin Haberman.
Yeah, we had a lot of chaos in that race for our boys, unfortunately.
Blankenship finishes 31st ahead of Joshua Spears and Jermaine Warren. The last drivers finish on the lead lap. Dino Vella won't finish on the lead lap quite, but he finishes 34th regardless. Mark Elliott, David Mendonca, Antoine Lasserie should be classified.
So once this is over,
in 38.
I'm gonna go ahead and post this video in Discord. So if y'all want to see Peter's reaction, it'll be in Discord.
Were you surprised to see Simon come in when he did, or was your plan to run the tank?
Here's what these guys have to say.
Yeah, first off, we actually made the interview this time, so that's nice. But yeah, I mean from the go, I was, I as soon as I saw we weren't on pole, then kind of the thought switched to fuel saving. And I knew our race car was quite a bit stronger than the quali car, so yeah, the plan from the start was just to save as much fuel as I could and jump in the stops. But I will say I was surprised to see him pit 2 laps earlier. I didn't think that I did that much of a job, but still, yeah, the plan was to jump him in the pits, and then as soon as I came out and saw I had a gap, it was just making sure we brought it home to the end. But yeah, 3 for 3 feels pretty good.
That's crazy.
And on 3, I would describe fairly similar circuits: Jerez, Suzuka, and Zandvoort. What is it about these circuits that you seem to be suiting the Acura?
It's the overpowered Acura car that everybody had to buy because iRacing wanted to make it too good for a freaking season. That's what it is.
Be as strong for this round, but I think the car is just really good in high speed. Like we saw in Daytona, where
not discounting the guy's skill, he's obviously awesome, but
as soon as you get a
Acura OP
track going, I think that's where the Acura really shines. And we also worked quite hard on the setup for this one, so yeah, I think the combination of the both just suits it well. I don't know I don't know anything more than that.
Car good, I drive fast, setup sweet. I need somebody to come in there and say that.
Coming up, certainly Road Atlanta and Bathurst, for example, that maybe we'll see a bit more. So
those are going to be some good tracks.
In the meantime, though, congratulations on your 3rd.
Yeah, that was well done, man. He did a good job.
Yeah, thank you. And it's always nice to see the hard work that the Phil Dennis Racing teams put, come to fruition. So thank you guys. Have a nice night.
Absolutely. Thanks.
I used to get interviewed for these races too because I would be in the top 3 of AM. Just saying. Not recently. Never again now that I'm a pro. It's bullshit.
Congratulations on the win in the AM class. Just how were those?
Well, there you go. Who won AM?
I mean, it was really intense because I was on Ethan.
That's Steve?
Kevin was on me, so that was a lot of fun.
No, it's not Steve.
Off to Kevin and,
who is that?
Because that was a lot of fun and yeah, real dicey. And I
Devin?
definitely didn't expect Ethan to run out of fuel.
Yeah.
Right in front of me, so that definitely caught me out and tagged the wall. But luckily, it was the final lap, so didn't matter too much. But man, that was a lot of fun. So.
I think it caught us all by surprise a little bit. What's your hopes for the rest of the season now? You're still around 10 points behind Kevin going into the next round of the championship. Blake ZT up there as well. It's a very interesting AM championship. How are you feeling going into the...
Feeling pretty good. I wasn't too confident in Zandvoort.
All right, boys. That's all I got.
With, how the next,
I wish I could have raced in it myself, but I had a lot of fun doing that, to be honest. That was a good time.
I feel pretty good about it.
Hope you guys enjoyed it.
My chances just
better than nothing tonight, I hope. I'm hoping that tomorrow I'll wake up, wrist feels a lot better, and I'll feel like I can come back in and do some official races. That's my goal, but we'll see how I feel in the morning and go from there. So yeah, appreciate y'all for being here. I'll post this video, well, whatever. I'll post a link to it for Peter in Discord and see what he has to say. See if he's mad at me. Hard to say, man. Hard to say. Time to go crash. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Eric, fam, everybody still watching. Thanks y'all for being here. I know it's not my normal, but appreciate you hanging out and chilling. I will be back for Road Atlanta, even if it still hurts. I'll just take it off and race anyway. But yeah, thank you guys for being here. I hope to be back tomorrow. Hard to say. See how I feel. Hope you guys have a great, Wednesday. And I'll see you when I see you. Later, boys. Have a good one.